need my phone. Got it. Okay. You take the file. Put them here. Yeah, I want it right here. I want to eat it. That's better. That's just about right. Yeah. Take that. I'll have water when I go back. I'm under attack. I think it was better than this. Just get it a little closer to my mouth. They say eat the mic. That's it.
Phone silent केला का?
Yeah, make it tight right there. That's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Check. Hello. Hello.
हे तर बरोबर आहे पण दुसरीकडं सगळीकडे हा बघू दोन्ही मिळून
Avatar Mir Baba Ki Jai.
जय
Avatar Mir Baba Ki Jai.
जय
Avatar Mir Baba Ki Jai.
जय
Welcome everyone to the Music and Arts Center at Meherabad for the 75th anniversary of the New Life. So let's begin the program by reading what Baba wrote about the New Life. Baba wrote, dictated, the new life is endless, and even after my physical death, it will be kept alive by those who live the life of complete renunciation, of falsehood, lies, hatred, anger, and lust, and who, to accomplish all this, do no lustful actions, do no harm to anyone, do no backbiting, do not seek material possessions or power, who accept no homage, neither covet honor nor disgrace, fear no one and nothing. By those who rely wholly and solely on God, and who love God purely for the sake of loving, who believe in the lovers of God and in the reality of manifestation, and yet do not expect any spiritual material reward, who do not let hold the hand of truth, and who, without being upset by calamities, bravely and wholeheartedly face all hardships with 100% cheerfulness, and give no importance to caste, creed, and religious ceremonies. The new life will live by itself eternally, even if there is no one to live it. Jai Baba. So today's program is starting off with a song in Hindi based on couplets of the New Life written by Bauji from his book Meherabad, and performed by the Ahmednagar Center. Thank you. That was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Jai Baba. Jai Baba. Next we have, in honor of the New Life, a translation of the New Life song done in English by Jamie Newell, which will be performed by Ted Judson. Jai Baba.
Fine. Hear the silent words of Meherabad. The lives of all God's lovers are in these words. If you really want to live the new life, you must renounce your false life. In this life we rely only upon God. Our will is strengthened by our oath. In joy we sing the song of hopelessness, with calamities at our throats. We do not complain over lost hopes, covet honor or shun disgrace. Backbiting has ended, we fear no one. This is the course our new life takes. Hear the silent words of Meherabad. The lives of all God's lovers are in these words. If you really want to live the new life, you must renounce your false life. We do not complain, no confusion in the mind now. Goodbye to pride, anger, lust, greed, and all tides. We have no religion and no aims. The Sheikh and Brahmin are both the same. For us there is no small or great, neither disciple, master, or godhood exists. Brotherhood is our only link, and together we enjoy our suffering. The silent words of Meherabad. The lives of all God's lovers are in these words. If you really want to live the new life, you must renounce your false life. This world or the next, hell or heaven, we are not concerned with Shaktis and cities, powers and miracles. We are no longer plagued with, and every false impression has been removed from our minds. We have found that we can live completely in the present time. Hear the silent words of Meherabad. The lives of all God's lovers are in these words. You really want to live the new live the new life, you must renounce your false life. Lovers heed the words of Baba. Though I am on same level with you, still all orders from me, good, bad, and beyond. Carry out and leave the rest to God. And even if the heaven should fall, do not let go the hand of truth. Let despair destroy the garden of your life. It will grow again in contentment. The silent words of Meherabad. The lives of all God's lovers are in these words. If you really want to live the new life, you must renounce your false life. Even if your heart is cut to bits, let a smile be on your lips, for in truth from empty hands a treasure springs. Your beggarly life is the envy of kings. For God exists and true are the prophets. Every cycle has its avatar, each moment its Wali. But we who are hopeless and helpless, how can we tell you what this new life is? The silent words of Meherabad. The lives of all God's lovers are in these words. If you really want to live the new life, you must renounce your false life. Hear the silent words of Meherabad. Jai Baba. Jai.
Next, thank you, Ted, that was great. Next, we have Heather Nadell telling a story about the new life by Mani.
Jai Baba. I'm sure, as you all know, there were 4 women who went on the new life with Baba at his own selection. One was Baba's Mera, the other his sister Mani, Mehru, and Dr. Goher. The 4 of them, from beginning to end, were the women with Baba, with a few little introductions, Naja later on, Kitty and Rano, but mainly for the walking phase, it was those 4. And, you know, I don't know, I'm sure all of you have met Mani, and, or maybe you've heard of her, seen movies of her. But she could always think of some kind of story that was funny or that made them realize how Baba knew everything. This is one of those stories that shows how easily they could trip over their own egos and how Baba could arrange everything to make that happen. I wonder if you all remember, if you've been to Meherabad, there's a caravan. You've seen maybe pictures of it? I don't know on this screen, but the caravan is what came with the women and the men and all the companions on Baba's new life. And it was used only for the women to sleep in at night when it was parked. It was not used for them to ride in during the day. During the day, they walked behind Baba and the Mandali on occasion. So I'll start. The caravan's a big part of this story. Mani would tell a story to illustrate how easily they could trip over their own egos. Normally, the New Life caravan was used only for the women to sleep in at night. One day, a passing bullock cart driver, seeing Money and Meru walking, kindly offered them a ride in his bullock cart. They refused, knowing Baba wouldn't want it, but they virtuously said to the man, "Oh no, thank you very much, but we cannot accept the lift. You see, we're on a walking pilgrimage to Haridwar, and we have to walk, so we can't take a bullock cart or anything. We have to walk on foot." Money recalled that the man was impressed, and he bowed reverently to them, and they bowed back, and he drove on. Just 5 minutes later, Baba clapped and instructed that the women should get into the caravan. They were surprised and excited and sat inside, opening the curtains. As you've seen, the caravan, it has curtains and little windows on the side. Well, they opened the curtains and they put their heads out. And Money remarked, it was fun to see everything without having to walk. And the caravan, as you may have seen in pictures, was pulled by bullocks. Of course, after a while, the caravan passed, yes, the man in the bullock cart. Money, seeing him out the window, thought, his face seems familiar, but the man's reproachful, very hurt look was of someone who had been deceived. They suddenly recognized him. It was their well-wisher who had just offered them a lift in the cart. As Money recalled, too late, Meru and I ducked down away from the window, feeling quite ashamed. Well, Baba deflated our egos just like that. Because, of course, only a few minutes later, Baba sent word for the women to get out of the caravan and walk. Money said, we walked, but we didn't show off anymore. Now, I'm going to go on just a little further with Money and the new life, because about the new life, Money could also get, besides telling funny stories like that, she could get very serious about it. And I remember once, this is talking about, I'm quoting Money here, when someone asked her if she would sing the New Life song. Money's reply is this: I've never been too keen on talking about the new life. I could not bear to sing the New Life song, even now. Perhaps because I had a momentary glimpse of the depth, the awesome depth of the new life. How can I describe it to you? Well, say you're boating on a calm ocean, enjoying floating along, and suddenly you look over the edge of the boat and are granted a sight through the fathomless deep right down to the ocean floor, and you exclaim, "Oh my God, what depth!" It was so tremendous. Since being in the new life, I'm always aware of its fathomable, unfathomable depth. During the new life, when we were so incredibly bound by its conditions, another feeling I had momentarily was a fabulous sense of freedom. It was not related to freedom from the old life, free from possessions and responsibilities. No, not that kind of freedom. It was a whiff of that real freedom, which made me exclaim, if this is the freedom that Baba talks about, one would do anything to attain it. Baba walked the new life. We simply followed in his footprints. Because he lived the new life, It will go on forever. It is not only relating to the Mandali or to the Baba lovers, nor not only relating to this country or that one. It is relating to the whole world. I can feel the new life walking inexorably forward, soon to catch up with humanity. No one will be able to escape it any more than one can escape from an advancing flood. At the moment, it may be at a distance, but you can see it advancing in the hopelessness and helplessness around the world, felt by individuals, groups, nations. It is catching up. Baba's new life is catching up. But Baba has told us of the time beyond, of the age to come when brotherhood will be a practical reality, when the lion and the lamb will eat together, when humanity will be one family. Jai Baba.
That was wonderful to hear. Next, you have a real treat. Funny from Hyderabad has made a documentary film on the new life, which I viewed the other night. Absolutely the best and most informative film on the new life I've ever seen. That's coming up next, but after that, then there are 3 songs which will be sung that actually Baba dictated parts of them. There's the main new song of the new life, and there's also a prayer and a humorous song that Baba had dictated during the new life. So now it's Funny's film on the new life, a documentary, absolutely beautiful. Jai Baba.
सुनो मेहर बाबा की खामोश बानी इसी में है सब आशिकों की कहानी सुनो मेहर बाबा की
Dr. William Donkin said that the new life is all a mystery, and again a mystery. Meher Baba's divine work on earth can be divided into several phases, consisting of the early period at Meherabad, the world travels, the must work, the new life, the free life comprising the complicated free life, the full free life, and the fiery free life. The final phase consisting of the Sahavasis, Darshans, and the intense seclusion period. Of all these phases, the new life of Meher Baba, spanning from October 16th, 1949 to February 12th, 1952, is one of the most enigmatic phases. During these 2.5 years, Baba seemingly set aside his divinity, donning the role of a seeker or lover of God, a role he embodied with profound perfection.
As for the new life in which we were blessed to be chosen, all I can say is that Baba walked the new life. Baba gave birth to the new life because he walked the new life. It existed because Baba created it by making the new life and walking in the new life.
As 1949 approached, Meher Baba began hinting at a significant transformation in his life and work. On January 1st, 1949, he issued a cryptic statement. The year 1949 marks an artificial end to an artificial beginning, and the real beginning to the real end. From January onward, Baba began issuing puzzling statements. He said, 90% of the Mandali will have to leave me, and only 10% will remain with me. The year would be one of tests, troubles, and a great personal disaster for him. No one fully understood the real meaning of these statements. Baba entered the 40-day seclusion in the blue bus at Meherabad, starting with a meeting on 22nd June 1949. A meeting was organized the day before, attended by 150 followers, to participate in what Baba referred to as the purification ceremony. This ceremony involved recitations from sacred texts, with Baba offering his free commentary on each reading. The Great Seclusion ended on August 1st, 1949. It was truly great because it prepared the way for the next phase of Baba's mission, his new life. Baba indicated the significance of this seclusion by saying, "The work I have done in Meherabad during this seclusion, I have not done anywhere in the world." In early August 1949, Meher Baba called a special meeting of his close lovers and the Mandali, scheduled from August 15th to 20th at Meherabad, to discuss and decide about the Mandali's future. He made it clear that attendance was mandatory, and no one should miss the meetings under any circumstances. Baba began the first meeting in the Mandali Hall on 15th August by underscoring the seriousness of the discussions, making it clear that they would be final and binding. He made 3 critical points. Point 1. After October 1st, 1949, he would become absolutely helpless due to a personal disaster and would no longer be involved in managing anyone's material affairs. Point 2. Only those fully prepared to accept and fulfill his conditions could stay with him. He would be unreachable to others. Point 3. He planned to disband the Meherabad and Pimpalgaon ashrams, stating, "I am going to wipe these off my map." This meant that the Mandali would also be disbanded. The announcement shocked all as the dropping of a bombshell. They were deeply concerned and anxious about what lay ahead. Baba said, "I thank God that the time for which I have been waiting so long has arrived at last."
I came here to Meherabad on 15th August 1949, and Baba was in the cabin where Tate stayed. That was Baba's cabin, and Baba would call people there. So now my turn came. So Baba said, "Are you married?" I said, "No, Baba." Then Baba just looked at me and he said, "Oh, you're not married? Then I am going to call you for a meeting soon, and don't miss that." So I said, "All right, Baba has just asked me this thing, whether you are married, and just he said, I'm going to call you for the meeting. So it's good. So it must be soon, and how happy I would be to be with Baba again for the meeting." He doesn't say just for darshan. He says for the meeting. So it would be nice. I would have a nice time in the company of the Baba, which all the time I crave for.
Baba decided to sell all his properties, including land, buildings, and personal items, with the sole exception of his tomb shrine on Meherabad Hill. The proceeds from the sale were intended to settle debts and to provide for those who would not be accompanying him but relied on him financially. Baba wanted to ensure that no one dependent on him would be left without support. Nariman, Meherji, and Sarosh expressed concern about Baba's decision to sell all the ashrams and other properties. Driven by their deep reverence and emotional attachment to these sacred places, they wanted to purchase the properties at Meherabad and Meherabad. Baba agreed to their request. Meherji became the owner of Lower Meherabad, Sarosh of Meherabad Hill, and Nariman of Meherabad. These three men chose to maintain the properties for Baba's future work and never regarded them as their own. On 17th August, Baba presented three alternatives to the attendees. 1. Those who could fulfill Baba's conditions would accompany him. 2. Those who couldn't meet the conditions should focus on earning a living, supporting their families, and continue following Baba's orders. 3. Those who could do neither would have to go their own way. The profound significance of the new life is encapsulated in these powerful words of Baba. Those who want to come with me should consider themselves as already dead. Just as a corpse has no connection or concern with anything material, does not ask questions, and does not want anything, in like manner those accompanying me will have to be with me as corpses. He said, "It is not merely a question of hardships and difficulties like those encountered in must trips. The most difficult thing now is the need to control emotions and feelings, and to have absolute readiness for split-second and on-the-spot obedience to whatever I will ask you to do or not to do."
I don't know whether you're aware of the conditions of new life. And the most important one was that we should remain cheerful all the time in Baba's presence. We, we, we must never, never have a long face in presence of Baba, as it is said, and that we should always keep cheerful, happy. Well, whatever be your feelings within you, that's a different thing. Nobody cared for that. But when you face Baba, you have to face him with a broad smile. Smile as when you call out cheese, you see. That's it. So that was one of the most important conditions. And any failure in that would mean that Baba had the right to send his companion back to his home.
For the women mandali, Baba offered an additional option not given to the men. They could leave everything to Baba and do exactly as he said. The women chose this fourth option. Baba selected Mehra, Mani, Mehru, and Goher to accompany him in the new life. On 18th August, Baba held a special ceremony where representatives of each religion performed their respective rituals. Kekobad performed the Kusti ceremony. Donkin read the crucifixion of Jesus. Kak Saheb offered namaz, and Kali Mama recited passages from the Bhagavad Gita. After the readings, Baba placed the holy books Avesta, Bible, Quran, and Gita on a table and directed Ghani to place his hands on them and offer the following prayer. May God help Baba to definitely take this step, which he is taking, to give up everything and to go away irrevocably, so that from October 16th, when he enters the new life, there will be no turning back. The prayer was notable as it was the first time in 28 years that Baba had sought such divine help. The Mandali were so deeply moved and speechless that no one could think of saying, Amen. For the women not accompanying Baba, the following arrangements were made. Mansari's and Kekobad's families stayed on Meherabad Hill. Naja and Katie were at Nariman's apartment in Bombay. Sultoon and her family at Bindra House in Pune. Kitty, Rano, Sunamasi, and Khorshid at Meherji's apartment in Bombay. For the followers not accompanying him, Baba provided comprehensive instructions for their daily activities while residing in their respective places. Although physically separated from Baba, they were to partake in his new life by following instructions that include not possessing money, refraining from buying or accepting new things, avoiding movies, and only accepting food, shelter, and essential toiletries from their hosts. All the belongings of the woman mandali, including their expensive saris, gold ornaments, and precious jewels, were surrendered to Baba for disposal. By the end of this process, nothing was left at Meherabad nor Merazad. Everything had been sold. Baba also cancelled the last will made in favor of the mandali since 1940 and the wills made by the men mandali in his favor. Baba personally tore them up except for the wills of the Westerners. On August 31st, 1949, Baba held a final meeting to present the conditions for the new life to the selected 32 men from the list of 102. Bal Natu, one of Baba's close followers, arrived in Meherabad a day early on August 30th for the meeting scheduled on August 31st.
I received a letter from Baba, which was of course written by Adi under Baba's instruction. And that's the only letter which I have received Baba, a registered letter with acknowledgement due. And when I opened it, and I will just tell you the contents of those letters. As far as I remember, the contents of the letters were, Baba orders you to be at Meherabad on September 4th morning at 8 o'clock for 1 day without fail. You alone should come, and if you don't come, you will never come. So when I read that letter, I couldn't understand what it meant. But still I was happy that Baba said that he would call me, and he has called me. And then there was no time, even Baba had first asked me in the letter to be at Meherabad on 4th September, but that date was changed and we were asked to be there on 31st August, 4 days early. I think the meeting was in the morning, so I reached there on 30th evening by this 4 o'clock train. Next morning, we all got up, had our bath. Baba had already come and he started joking with people. The meeting had not yet started. Although later on I will tell you that it was the most serious meeting that I had ever seen Baba conducting, was that meeting of 31st. But when Baba came, he was quite in a happy mood. He called who had come and all that, and he joked with some of his dear ones. Then we all slowly got into the hall. Baba first went inside. And the moment Baba got in, there was a real change in Baba's expression. Baba, who was joking right outside, and now he's here, and now he's looking so solemn and serious, and Baba slowly brought out the subject of new life. And then, to have an idea of what that new life is, some points were read out. In fact, it was Dr. Donkin who explained all these things in English, and later on it was Ramju who explained these things in Hindi. So to give you the idea, the profundity of the new life, I would like to read some part of the points that were read out at the meeting. The main refrain of these points was, you and you alone are responsible before God. Baba wanted to make it quite clear that this decision should be of everyone as an individual. So the first point was, in this new life of complete renunciation, you will be utterly at the mercy of all kinds of good or bad treatment that may be meted out to you by others. Whatever happens, you and you alone will be held responsible before God. If due to physical or mental exhaustion, exposure to extreme weather, lack of food, etc., you fall ill or die, you and you alone will be held responsible before God. If Baba should give you any order that may result in your being sent to prison, or in your being assaulted or even killed, you and you alone will be held responsible before God. If you should disobey Baba and he should send you away from him, you will not hold Baba responsible before God for your future, whatever that future may bring. The decision that you give to Baba will be considered by him as irrevocable, and he will not accept any change of decision from anyone. If, as a result of your having been sent away by Baba, you should take any misguided step, you and you alone will be held responsible before God. So the main thing that Baba wanted all to understand, that whatever decision we would have, that person will be responsible before God, because Baba said, don't expect any spiritual or material benefit for me, but you will be responsible before God. And so when these points were read out, then Baba said, I will take an oath, which was a very, very solemn occasion. Baba stood near his chair facing his own picture, which you still see in Meherabad Hall. That picture was there, and then the part of the oath that Baba has taken was this. Before this infinite God, who ever was, ever is, and ever will be, Baba decides today on the new life that he and those who accompany him will enter from October 16, 1949 and lead on till the end. This new life will be based absolutely on all that has been dictated by Baba in the circular of conditions, and Baba invokes God to make him stand by it as firmly and steadfastly as his companions in the new life are required to be. So it's really hard to picture the solemnity, profundity, and the seriousness of the meeting that was held on 31st August in Meherabad Hall.
Standing orders. Besides these conditions, the following standing orders were given. 1. Do not touch women. 2. No handling of money. 3. No discussion of politics. 4. No expression of anger or criticism. 5. Restricted movements without Baba's permission. 6. Honesty in all matters. 7. Not seeking or encouraging homage. The men were eventually divided into 3 categories. 1. Yes-wallas, those who agreed to accompany Baba. 2. No-wallas, those who chose not to accompany Baba and would continue their lives as before. 3. Arrangement-wallas. The 5 men appointed by Meher Baba to handle practical arrangements for those financially dependent on him were Sarosh, Nariman, Meherji, Ramju, and Jal Kerawala. Savak Damania served as an assistant. Over time, Baba also gave them additional tasks, which they carried out faithfully. Baba, aged 55, selected 20 companions, 4 women and 16 men, to join him in the new life. Women companions. Mehra, aged 42. Mani, 31. Meru, 22. Goher, 33. Men companions. Adi Senior, aged 45. Alaba, 33. Anna, 104. 60. Baba Das, mid-40s. Baidal, 59. Daulat Singh, 59. Donkin, 37. Erich, 33. Kani, 56. Gustachi, 59. Kakabaria, 58. Murli Kale, 30. Nilu, 45. Tendu, 45. Sadashiv Patil, 60. Vishnu, 45. By October 5th, 1949, all Yeswalas had gathered at Meherabad. Baba ensured identity cards were issued for the group. This is Baba's identity card. On the momentous morning of October 16th, 1949, at Meherabad, Baba and the woman companions woke up at 2 o'clock a.m. They started to the railway crossing near Ahmednagar railway station in a car driven by Erich. It started raining as if heavens could not bear the sight. Baba's lovers were facing physical separation from their beloved, and their hearts wept in sorrow. Starting from Meherabad, the men companions joined Baba at 4:15 a.m. at the railway crossing. It continued to rain heavily. Baba also asked the companions to keep silent for a minute before starting. Then Baba touched the road with his forehead in a gesture of humility and reverence. Companions followed the same. Then, raising his hands, Baba asked the companions to utter this prayer. O God, make a success of this new life and turn it into eternal bliss for all. No sooner was the prayer offered than the procession began. Thus began the new life, a life of helplessness and hopelessness, with no turning back.
Because he walked the new life, being perfection itself, he then walked the new life on behalf of all. And because when perfection itself performed the slightest act, the fruits of it must be perfect. And therefore, because he gave birth to it by walking through it, it exists and will go on exist and on exist when there is none even to live it.
Yesterday passed off somehow, and who cares for the future? For tomorrow, too, will pass. Don Stevens says, this was the way you parted every evening? Erich responded, yes, it was a life of complete helplessness and hopelessness, without caring for what or when what happened. Yesterday passed off somehow, today passed off as it already has, and who cares for tomorrow? Who cares for tomorrow? That's how we parted at night, and it gave us a feeling of great, real freedom. Don Stevens responded, living entirely in the present? Where is that? Yes, living entirely in the present. That's it. All right. This will be performed by Jean and a number of people. They're there! Ha! Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. So I wish to say that we don't know the original tune in which Gani or the Mandi would sing it. If anyone knows, please contact us and give us the tune. अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय.
कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी,
आज गुजरी
ऐसी ऐसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, कल के गुजरने की ऐसी तैसी, कल के गुजरने की ऐसी तैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, कल के गुजरने की ऐसी तैसी, कल के गुजरने की ऐसी तैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, कल के गुजरने की ऐसी तैसी, कल के गुजरने की ऐसी तैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, कल गुजरी जैसी वैसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, आज गुजरी ऐसी ऐसी, कल के गुजरने की ऐसी तैसी, कल के गुजरने की ऐसी तैसी, कल के गुजरने की ऐसी तैसी, ऐसी तैसी, ऐसी तैसी.
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय.
Next on the program today, we have the Song of the New Life in Urdu, as composed by Baba and Ghani. And on the 24th of October, 1949, after noon tea, Baba gave instructions to Dr. Ghani to compose a poem incorporating the chief governing principles of the new life, such as obedience, suppression of anger, greed, lust, thought, truthfulness, happiness, cheerfulness under all circumstances. The poem, he said, would form a prayer to begin the day with and an opening song for a musical concert, if when the occasion arose. The chorus for the poem had also been dictated by Baba, and it runs like this. Suno Meher Baba ki kamash bani. On October 13th, 1949, Baba approved the Song of the New Life of Baba and His Companions, composed by Dr. Ghani. In Hindustani, he asked him to prepare copies of the song along with copies of it in English translation. This done, Baba dictated the following letter to the arrangement wallas at Ahmednagar, Belgaum, 31st October 1949, to the arrangement wallas concerning subject, Song of the New Life of Meherabad and His Companions. Print 1,000 copies of leaflets on foolscap sheet in Hindi. Print on one side the English translation and on the other Hindi, to be reproduced word for word from the attached Urdu manuscript. The English translation is also attached herewith. Distribute 800 copies to the interested ones wherever they are, India, Ceylon, Pakistan, and not in the West. And send 200 copies to William Donkin at Meherabad Benares Canteen to reach there after the 14th of November before the 10th of December. Witnesses were Adi K. Irani, William Donkin, and dictated by Baba. This is that song of the New Life.
है जीना तुम्हें गर नई जिंदगानी, करो तर्क दिल से ये दुनिया ये फानी। सुनो मेहर बाबा की खामोश बानी, इसी में है सब आशिकों की कहानी।
सुनो मेहर बाबा की खामोश वाणी, इसी में है सब आशिकों की कहानी। सुनो मेहर बाबा की।
खुदा के भरोसे पे हम जा रहे हैं, कसम से इरादों को गरमा रहे हैं। गजल ना मुरादी की हम गा रहे हैं,
गजल ना मुरादी की हम गा रहे हैं।
बला और मुसीबत को बुलवा रहे हैं।
सुनो मेहर बाबा की खामोश वाणी, इसी में है सब आशिकों की कहानी। सुनो मेहर बाबा की।
उम्मीदों का रोना, न वादों का शिकवा, न इज्जत से मतलब, न जिल्लत की परवाह। न गीबत किसी की, ना खतरा किसी का,
न गीबत किसी की, ना खतरा किसी का।
यही रंग है अब अपनी जिंदगी का।
सुनो मेहर बाबा की खामोश वाणी, इसी में है सब आशिकों की कहानी। सुनो मेहर बाबा की।
ख्यालों में उलझन है, बाकी न बंधन है, नखवत न गुस्सा, ना कुछ काम कंचन, है मजहब से रिश्ता न कुछ फिक्र तन मन,
है मजहब से रिश्ता न कुछ फिक्र तन मन।
सवार एक किश्ती में शेख हो भी रहे मन।
सुनो मेहर बाबा की खामोश वाणी, इसी में है सब आशिकों की कहानी। सुनो मेहर बाबा की।
न अपने लिए कोई छोटा बड़ा है, मुरीद और मुर्शद ना मौला रहा है। अखवत कबा हम जो रिश्ता जुड़ा है,
अखवत कबा हम जो रिश्ता जुड़ा है।
हमें दर्द गम में मजा रहा है।
सुनो मेहर बाबा की खामोश वाणी, इसी में है सब आशिकों की कहानी। सुनो मेहर बाबा की।
न दुनिया न उकबा, न दोज़ख न जन्नत, न सिद्धि न शक्ति न कश्फो करामत। ये सब नक्शे बातिल हुए दिल से रुखसत।
ये सब नक्शे बातिल हुए दिल से रुखसत।
जो कुछ है वो है हाल की कदरो कीमत।
सुनो मेहर बाबा की खामोश वाणी, इसी में है सब आशिकों की कहानी। सुनो मेहर बाबा की।
ये अल्फाज बाबा के सुन दिल से प्यारे, शुमार अब मेरा है बराबर तुम्हारे। मगर हुक्म अच्छे बुरे दू के न्यारे,
मगर हुक्म अच्छे बुरे दू के न्यारे।
बजा लाओ फौरन खुदा के सहारे।
सुनो मेहर बाबा की खामोश वाणी, इसी में है सब आशिकों की कहानी। सुनो मेहर बाबा की।
अगर आसमाने मुसीबत भी टूटे, सदाकत का हाथों से दामन न छूटे। चमन या सोहिर माने हर चंद लूटे।
चमन या सोहेल माने हर चंद लूटे।
तवक्कुल से इनमें लगे बेल बूटे।
सुनो मेहर बाबा की खामोश वाणी, इसी में है सब आशिकों की कहानी। सुनो मेहर बाबा की।
चले दिल पे छुरिया मगर लब हो खंदा, ये एक रम्ज है जिसको करता हूँ उरिया। तेरी तंग दस्ती में दौलत है पिन्हा।
तेरी तंग दस्ती में दौलत है पिन्हा।
गदाई पे तेरे करे रश्क शाह।
सुनो मेहर बाबा की खामोश वाणी, इसी में है सब आशिकों की कहानी, सुनो मेहर बाबा की।
है बेशक खुदा और बरहक नबी है, बहर दौर अवतार हरदम वली है। हमें तो फकत बेबसी बेकसी है,
हमें तो फकत बेबसी बेकसी है।
कहूँ क्या तुम्हें क्या नई जिंदगी है,
सुनो मेहर बाबा की खामोश वाणी, इसी में है सब आशिकों की कहानी, सुनो मेहर बाबा की खामोश वाणी।
इसी में है सब आशिकों की कहानी। अवतार
मेहर बाबा की जय।
Next, we have the reworking of the Hari Paramatma prayer that Baba had done in the early years by Dr. Ghani. And this took place in 2nd December 1949, when Baba and the companions were in Sarnath, near Benares. Information from Dr. Ghani's New Life diary. In the afternoon, Baba sat with Adi for singing. Baba played the dholak, and Adi sang and played the harmonium. Baba referred to Dr. Ghani in a matter of changing the old life prayer, Hari Padmatma Allah Ahuramaz God Yezdan Hu. With Baba's help, Dr. Ghani modified the prayer, and it now reads, Khuda Paramatma Allah Ahuramaz God Alak Ishwar. Adi sang the prayer for about 15 minutes with Baba accompanying him on the dholak, and Nilu played the finger cymbals. Before bidding goodnight, Ghani requested Baba to listen to a few couplets he had added to the prayer, hence with evolving this morning. Baba praised the poem very much, but he pulled up Ghani for referring to him as a Kush-e-Zaman in the last verse. He asked Ghani to cross it out and said, complete and pitch it to his own ears and in his laps. In the New Life, Baba sculptures scrupulously avoided being referred to as a master, Sadguru, or avatar. He was even tabooed to discuss spiritual matters in his presence. Baba admonished everyone once again to the effect that nothing should be said or done in the presence which would in any way recall the old life. This is the new rendition, right?
No,
Let's hear it.
It's from that time.
This is in English. You alone are invoked in churches, mosques, and temples. Muhammad, Jesus, Moses, Zoroaster, Rama, Krishna, Buddha, all are names and forms and manifestations of the one and only reality. He is the beginning, he is the end. He is the external and he is the internal. The ocean of oneness, the manifestation became the ocean of manyness. He is the servant, he is the Lord, he is the veiled, he is the unveiled. The one word, love, through discussion turned into volumes. May the land of penury and poverty remain fertile. May the tree of hopelessness yield ripe, wet fruits. The silence of Meher Baba is calling every moment. The tongue will open only when it is assured of effect everywhere. Jai Baba.
खुदा परमात्मा अल्लाह अहूर मस्त गॉड अलख ईश्वर तुम्ही को याद करते हैं खलीसा मस्जिदों मंदिर
परमात्मा अल्लाह अहूर मस्त गॉड अलख ईश्वर तुम्ही को याद करते हैं कलीसा मस्जिदों मंदिर खुदा परमात्मा अल्लाह अहूर मस्त गॉड अलख ईश्वर
मोहम्मद ईसा और मूसा जरत्रुस राम कृष्ण और बुद्ध
मोहम्मद ईसा और मूसा जरत्रुस राम कृष्ण और बुद्ध
ये नाम और रूप उसी के हैं उसी के है ये सब मजहर
ये नाम और रूप उसी के हैं उसी के है ये सब मजहर खुदा परमात्मा अल्लाह अहूर मस्त गॉड अलख ईश्वर वही अव्वल वही आखिर वही जाहिर वही बातिन वही अव्वल वही आखिर वही जाहिर वही बातिन जो था दरियाए वहदत बन गया कसरत नुमा मंजर जो था दरियाए वहदत बन गया कसरत नुमा मंजर खुदा परमात्मा अल्लाह अहूर मस्त गॉड अलख ईश्वर
वही बंदा वही मौला वही पर्दा वही जलवा
वही बंदा वही मौला वही पर्दा वही जलवा
वो लफ्ज़े इश्क का जो कहते कहते बन गया दफ्तर
वो लफ्ज़े इश्क का जो कहते कहते बन गया दफ्तर खुदा परमात्मा अल्लाह अहूर मस्त गॉड अलख ईश्वर
सदा हरदम ये देती है मेहर बाबा की खामोशी
सदा हरदम ये देती है मेहर बाबा की खामोशी
सदा हरदम ये देती है मेहर बाबा की खामोशी
सदा हरदम ये देती है
सरकार हो यकी घर घर
जुबां उस दम खुले जिस दम सरकार हो यकी घर घर खुदा परमात्मा अल्लाहुर रहमत गॉड लख ईश्वर तुम्ही को याद करते हैं कलीसा मस्जिदो मंदिर खुदा परमात्मा अल्लाहुर रहमत गॉड लख ईश्वर
मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा
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 मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा
मेहर बाबा
मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा
मेहर बाबा
मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा
मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा मेहर बाबा
अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
Now we'll give the आरती बुझावे नार जयलतनी। बुझावे नार जहलतनी एकर कुदरत ने फरमातू
लागी आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूरे मातू आया मुर्शद मेहर बाबा चरण पर तुझ न धरिए सर खुदाना जात थी वाकिफ तई बैठो मेहर बातू पूछे मालिक हकीकत नो तू आशिक भी ने आरे भी पूछे दरियाए वहदत मारिफत नो होई तूफातू अमोर है रोने साले बकजे ज्ञान ईजदनु कि तू परमात्मा ज्ञानी चने मो प्यारे रफातू उदाना प्रेम नो प्यालो पिलावी मस्त हमने कर ये तुझ पर जान सदके साकिया पीद पैमा तू हमारी नाव भर दरिए तरावे तो हमें तरिए हमारा ना खुदा है मेहर बाबा जे निगे बातू हमारा ना खुदा है मेहर बाबा छे निगे बातू छिड़ावे नार जलतनी है कर कुदरत ने फरमातू छिलागी आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूर ईमान तू अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय जय बाबा।